Assalamualaikum and a very good morning to Madam Riana. Today, me and Afuza as representative of our group will share to you our presentation about financial fraud and common law. Okay, now we will proceed to the introduction of common law and financial fraud. Okay, so now we will proceed to the introduction of common law. What is common law? Common law is a body of unwritten laws based on legal precedents established by the courts. Common law also influences the decision-making process in unusual cases where the outcome cannot be determined based on the existing laws. Common laws sometimes prove the inspiration for new legislation to be enacted. And then, common law also draws from institutional opinions and interpretation from judicial authorities and public juries. From time to time, common law has furnished the basis for new legislation to be written. Then, we will proceed to the introduction of financial fraud. What is a financial fraud? Financial fraud occurs when someone takes money or other assets from you through deception or criminal activity. Fraud is a crime. Fraud also means lying to get benefit from someone. It is also a civil law violation. Many fraud cases involve complicated financial transactions conducted by white-collar criminals. There are various of their modus operandi. For example, they will contact their potential victims through many methods, which include face-to-face interaction by post, phone calls, SMS, or emails. For example, a victim will get a message from an unknown person saying that they are from the bank and they say that the victim forgot to pay his credit debt. So the fraudster requires the victim to transfer their money into the fraudster's account, and that's how the victim got scammed. Mainly the person that will get scammed the most is the senior citizens. This is because they are lack of knowledge in technology, and that's why they will get scammed easily. Now we proceed to the first article. Based on our analysis for the first article, 2 men detained by police officers are believed to be the coordinators or agents providing lodgings and call centers for China nationals hired by scam cartels in China. The Macau scam has been categorized as a telecommunication fraud originating from Taiwan and China. Their modus operandi is they will use local and international lines mainly from Hong Kong to trick victims into handing them a large sum of money. The victim will then get scammed thousands of money and lose all of their money to the Macau scam. Recently, the crime has made headlines with the MACC shutting down a Macau scam syndicate involving senior police officers and celebrities that defrauded victims of millions. MACC has seized many bank accounts with funds amounting to Rm 80 million, 5 million in cash, alongside 28 luxury cars which include brands such as Bentley, Ferrari, Rolls-Royce and Lamborghini. Okay, so we have learned about the financial fraud and how the fraudsters work. So we proceed to how to avoid from being a victim. First and foremost, we will need to deploying intelligent prevention strategies via artificial intelligence (AI) to predict fraud activities before the damage is done. How to do this? Banks will need to design consumer and internet transactions and processes based on a constant evaluation of current cases of fraud, financial crime, and cyber threat. Secondly, the authorities should have a well-trained team with sufficient skills and knowledge to resolve this crime and ensure the perpetrators are brought to justice. For banking institutions, transaction monitoring software should be used by integrating the system with transaction screening tools so that the banks can monitor the recipient and sender of any financial transaction. This will lessen the fraud possibility to happen. Thirdly, sign up for free scam alerts from the FTC at ftc.gov/scams. If you spot a scam, report it at the ftc.gov/complaint. Your reports will help the FTC and other law enforcement investigate scams and bring crooks to justice. Lastly, you should have a good knowledge about technology. This will lessen the possibility of you getting scammed from the fraudsters.
Okay, I would like to continue our present. This is second article. It's about a retired lodge a police report, a claim a loss of among 15,000 after became a victim of a fraud syndicate on 50 April. So the woman who was 60 years old, that the victim found that money in his bank account lost after his actions of handing over the identity card number and TSC to the individual disguised as a police official without relating the individual was actually a scammer. So the woman lost about 15,000 in this case. So he do a report about the scammer. Okay, this is a way to avoid victims of the scammer. Okay, the first is be alert to the fact that scammers exist. Okay, when dealing with unread contract from people or business, whatever that such as the phones or by emails or on a social network site, always consider that perseverance that the above may be a scam. Okay, the second is do not open suspicious text like a pop-up window or click on link that we do not know from where, and or attachment in your email that's with other people's spam. So you just delete to avoid the victim of the scams. Okay, the second is beware of any requests for your detail of money. Okay, never send money or give credit card details or any online account details or any copy of the person document to anyone you do not know or you do not trust. So it can avoid about scammers to get your money in your account. Okay, next is about cases of financial fraud. Okay, this is the first is economics of Bumiputra status for a maximum period of up to 5 years, and next is destroying the economy of the national and its sovereignty. Okay, the third is cancelling of resignation for a maximum period of up to 5 years and remove from the registration record of the Ministry of Finance. Okay, last is the missing the profitability of bank and through reduced firm value. Okay, from all about the articles and about the fraud, we can conclude that first is the fraud has negative impact to all people organized in different ways, such as in the finance, psychologists, and socials. Okay, the second is the cost of fraud can be measured in the term of disruptions in the financing of the market and financial institution. And lastly is the character of the healthy and positive environment can be reduced the financial fraud. So we all must take action about a scammer, and if you get any information about the scammer, just do some report at the police. Okay, that's all from us. Okay, this is our reference. Okay, the first is the first article is Tastina Harian, and next is nst.com about the second articles. Okay, and other informations on the Googles and in apps of Penangaran. Okay, that's all from us. Thank you.